Welcome back to Future CAD/CAM Design. Today we are going to discuss about Sketch module in Creo Parametric. So before entering into Sketch, we will discuss little bit about the main window of Creo Parametric. When you open the software, this will be the first page available for you. So here few of the files are here. So this is new file. If you need to open a new Creo file, you can use this option, new file. So if you need to open the already previously saved files means we can use this option. And here is the major thing, select the working directory. Whatever the parts, whatever the component sketches you are making in Creo Parametric, it will be saved in a particular working directory. So you can able to define before drawing the sketch. So click the select working directory, and then I am going to make a folder for working directory. In desktop, I am making a Creo folder and then click OK. So now our working directory is already fixed. You can check this one. So here in left side corner there are few of the steps are here. So here you can see the working directory. So click on it. So here you can see that our working directory we have fixed in desktop. Next thing is areas not displayed. What are the previous model which are open in background, we can able to erase the models. Previously I have opened two of the models. So if you need to erase the background model means you can erase here. And then model display option. Using the model display option, you can change the options related to your sketch module, entity, sections, assemblies. For example, here in system color, you can change your background system color. Now it is in default color, white color. You need to change to the dark background, then you can change to dark background. If I change dark background, it will become black color. So I am keeping this one as default and then select OK. So these are the major things in the main file. Now we will move towards our sketch module. So click here new file. If you click the new file, this is the main tab available for you. Here you can find all the files available related to Creo. Here we have layout, sketches, part module. Under the part module you have solid modeling, sheet metal modeling and bulk. Same thing here, assembly. Under the assembly we have too many things, manufacturing, drawing, formats, many things available here. So now we are going into part modeling. You can directly go into sketch module, but if you directly go into sketch module, what happen means only the sketch module will be open here. So if you make any sketch means you can't able to directly move to part modeling. You can't able to make this into a solid. So better what we can do means we can directly open part module. In part module, select solid. After that, the main thing is you need to untick this column. You can give name for your part. I am giving part 1 as the name of my component and then press OK. If you tick mark this column, directly it will open the Creo part modeling part. So you can't able to mention the units, whether you are using inches, millimeters, meters, like that. So you need to remove the tick and then click OK. Part 1. So here you can see the templates. You can find your units. I am going to select millimeter Newton second part solid as my units. Too many units are there. You can select this one. This is the basic thing for mechanical, millimeter Newton second part solid. Here in parameters you can give the modeler name, description related to your models and then click OK. So this is our part model column. So here you can able to see left side corner three type of planes, right plane, top plane, front plane, and our coordinate systems are here. So to move into a sketch module, we can select any of the plane here. We can select directly here in workspace, or we can select here. We need to select the plane and we need to click sketch. So now we move on into the sketch module. These are the various tools available in sketch modules. We will see one by one all these tools. So first thing is, here we have line command, rectangle, circle, arc, ellipse, spline. These are the sketching tools. We have sketching tools, editing tools, constraints, dimensions, and inspect tools. So initially, to make a line, how to make a line? Directly click the line command, click on the workspace, left click on your mouse, again select left click on your mouse. So we have created a line. To exit the line command, you need to press the scroll button one time. So I am pressing the scroll button one time. The line is disconnected, but even though we are in, the line command is active. So to exit the line command, press the scroll button twice. One time, again one more time. So if you press your scroll button twice, now dimensions are automatically updated here. You can see the dimensions which are automatically updated in the line command. So here you can see these dimensions are weak dimensions. We have two type of dimensions, weak dimension and strong dimension. So we need to make this dimension, weak dimension, as a strong dimension. So directly double click the dimension, and then I am going to give the value 500. So now our dimension became as strong dimension. So you can see the difference. For example, here I am making one more line. So this line having the weak dimension. I am making a rectangle, and I am going to give the dimension as 100, 100. So I have make a square. So if you move your sketch using your cursor, the sketch will move directly, but the dimensions will be same, because we have changed the dimension, weak dimension, as a strong dimension. So your dimension will not differ when you move your sketch. So if again I am making one more square, here you can see the difference. If I move the sketch, you can see the difference. The dimension of the sketch is also changing. So using scroll button, I am clicking the edge of the sketch, and then I am moving. The dimension of the sketch also changes. So we need to make all the weak dimension as a strong dimension when we are making a sketch. So next, in line command, we have one more option, line tangent. It is nothing but we can able to make tangent lines. For example, I am having here two circles. You can choose the line tangent option. If you click the surface of the circle, it will make the tangent line for you. So this is use of line tangent. If you need to trim the inside the sketches, you can use here trim option. In editing, we have delete segment option. Just click the delete segment option, just drag your mouse. If you drag your mouse, what are the sketches available there, it will be deleted. So next we have rectangle option. Rectangle, we have four types: corner rectangle, slanted rectangle, center rectangle, and parallelogram. Corner rectangle, nothing but you can create a rectangle from one edge to another edge, and then you can give the dimensions as per your need. For giving the dimension, directly double click this dimension, and you can give the dimension. You can see the difference between the weak dimension and the strong dimension. So once you make the strong dimension, the color of the dimension will be differed. You can see this dimension, still I didn't edit the dimension, so it is weak dimension. Whatever the dimension I converted into strong dimension, the color of the dimension will be changed here. Same thing in rectangle. Next is slanted rectangle. For example, I will delete all these files. Slanted rectangle means click point 1, point 2 and then draw a rectangle. You can change the angle of the rectangle. For example, here I am having one center line, so automatically dimensions are updated here. So we can able to change the dimensions. For example, I need 50-degree angle means enter 50 in dimension. You can see the difference. Now the rectangle is in 50-degree angle. You can change the length and width. I am giving here 220 and 100. So this is the way to create the slanted rectangles. Same thing, next center rectangle. Directly click the center point of your rectangle and drag your cursor. Center rectangle. And same thing, parallelogram. Click the point 1, point 2 and drag your cursor along the side where you need to place the parallelogram rectangle. So automatically when you creating your sketch, all the dimensions are updated. Only thing you need to do is you need to double click the dimension and you need to change. For example, here you can see the angle of the parallelogram 120 degree. I need to make it as 110 degree. So just give 110 and then give enter. The angle has been now updated 110 degree. So one more thing, here in selection column you can see there is an option select one by one, select chain and all geometry. So now it is default in one by one. One by one means if I click the rectangle means only one sketch, only one line is selected here. So I need to select all the connected lines means then we need to go to next option, chain. I click the chain option and I am choosing the rectangle. Now you can able to see that all the lines in rectangle are now selected. So if I give delete option means it will be deleted. If you need to select all the geometry in your sketch, for example, I am having too many geometries here. So I am having too many geometries. I need to erase all my geometry. I need to select all my geometry means you can select this one, all geometry option. Just click on all geometry option. You can see the difference. All the geometry in my sketch palette is selected. So directly if I give now delete command means it will be deleted automatically. So this is the purpose of selecting option. Only selecting our sketches. You need to select the sketch one by one or chain or all geometry you can define here in the select option. So next circle, same thing, we have center point circle, concentric, 3 point and 3 tangent circle. Center point, directly click the center point, click on your sketch, first point and then second point. You can able to see circle is created and this is the diameter of my circle. So if you need to change the diameter into radius means just click the dimension and then right click. Here you can see the option convert to radius. So if we give convert to radius means the dimension will now converted into a radius. Diameter is converted into radius now. So same thing, concentric circle means nothing but previously already I have one circle. I need to make concentric circle basing this circle. So you need to click the circle and drag your cursor upon. You can create n number of circles concentric to that circle. This is concentric circle. Same thing, we have 3 point circle and a 3 tangent circle. So 3 point circle, nothing but directly you need to create 3 points. It will be created, the circle will be created based upon the 3 points. Same thing, 3 tangent circle means, for example, I am here creating one circle, one rectangle. You can see I have created one rectangle and select 3 tangent option. You need to click 3 tangent surfaces. So here I have selected 3 lines in rectangle. So the circle is created tangent to the 3 lines. This is called as a 3 tangent circle. Same thing, next in sketch we have arc, ellipse and spline. In arc we have 5 options. 3-point arc, centered arc, tangent arc, concentric, and then conic. So I am creating now 3-point arc. So select point 1, point 1, point 2, and drag your cursor top side. Point 1, point 2, and drag your cursor top side to create the arc. So this is the way to create 3-point arc. Just you need to click 3 points in your work in your sketch area, point 1, point 2, and point 3. So 3-point arc will be created. So center end, you need to click any center point, drag your cursor, and in which area you need to create your arc, you can draw your arc like this. For example, I am select center and end, center point of the arc, and click the end point and move your cursor, so it will create a arc. So select all geometry and then delete. So next thing is 3 tangent arc. Same thing we have seen in circle, the 3 tangent circle, same thing 3 tangent arc. You need to select the 3 tangent lines, it will create the arc. Same thing concentric arc also. For example, if I am having a 3-point arc, I need to create concentric arc based on this arc. Directly click the concentric, click on the first arc, drag your cursor and create. You can create n number of concentric arcs. So this is the way to create the concentric arc. Same way, next is the conic. For conic, you need to click point 1, point 2, and drag your cursor. In what direction you are dragging your cursor, the conic arc will be created. So next is ellipse. Ellipse, we have 2 types, axis end ellipse and center and axis ellipse. Axis end means you need to click the point 1, point 2. So in between the 2 points, your ellipse will be created here. So after creating, you can able to give the length and height of the ellipse. Center axis means you need to, at first you need to click on center point where your ellipse need to be created. So this is my center point of ellipse, and drag your cursor and then draw your ellipse. Both are ellipse, only the difference is in first axis and ellipse, you need to click the point to point. Inside the 2 points, your ellipse will be created. In center and axis means you are going to click only center point and one edge of the ellipse, and then based upon the distance, your ellipse will be created. And then spline option, directly click on your workspace where you need your spline, and then click scroll button twice to exit the command. So these are all the sketch commands. And then here we have one option called palette. So palette means here you can see these are the sketch palettes. These are the templates previously saved in the Creo. So directly you can drag the shapes into your workspace. After dragging, you can change the dimensions. So just I have directly dragged this triangle into my workspace, and you can able to give the dimensions. I am giving 400 and then press OK. So now my triangle has been created for 400. So this is the use of palette. Too many shapes are here. whatever the shapes you need, you can able to choose from the palette option. Just only thing you need to do is drag the shapes into your workspace and give the dimensions. So next here you can see the editing option and then constraints. Editing options, after we creating our sketch, we need to delete our sketches, we need to mirror our sketches, we can able to use this editing option. For example, here I am having one triangle and then I am going to create center line. So here one more thing in sketch you need to understand. Here you can see center line, point and coordinate system you have. Here also you have in datum, and in sketching area also you have. So why they have given twice means, here inside the sketch, if you need to use center line, point, coordinate system means you can use this one. If your center line, point and coordinate system need to be highlighted in your part, in your solid model means, then you need to use this one. For example, I am going to revolve my component in revolve option, in 3D option means, then we need to use this center line instead of using this one. So only these things are only for sketching purposes. If you exit your sketch means, then all the center lines, points, coordinate system you used, it will be disappeared. So now I have created one center line and I am going to mirror this sketch. So directly drag your cursor and select all the sketch lines and choose here mirror option. After choosing mirror option, you need to select the center line. So you can see this, it is mirrored. Based upon this center line, this sketch is mirrored opposite side. So this is use of mirror. And then here you can see the delete segment option. Delete segment option means trimming your sketches. Directly click this one, using your cursor, drag, all the sketches will be deleted. Same thing here, we have corner. Corner option means this also same like trimming, I mean same deleting option, but it will delete the corner edges. Here you can see I have now two lines. I need to delete the corner edges here. So you can select this corner option in editing tools, select your first line and select your second line. So you can see the difference. So the corner edges have been deleted. And then editing, here we have insert point, I mean divide option. So now this is single line. I need to divide this line into two lines. You can use this option, divide option. Select divide option, directly click the point in line. So now you can see the difference. We have two different lines. So this is one separate line and this is one separate line. So we have divided the single line into two lines. Divide option. So we have seen mirror, divide option, corner and then delete segment. Also we have rotate option. For example, I am making here one rectangle. I need to rotate this rectangle in a particular angle. So directly select the rectangle using your cursor and then choose rotate option. Here we can give angle. I am giving 45-degree angle and then press OK. So a rectangle have been rotated in the 45-degree. And then modify option. Editing tools, only we have 6 tools. Divide your line, rotate, corner, delete segment, mirror. Already we have seen these options. And modify option. Modify option is only modifying your dimensions. You can see here I have dimension 107. So click the dimension and then choose modify tool. So you can see after you clicking the modify tool, this column will be pop up. So directly by scrolling this button, you can able to change the dimension. You can see the dimension, before it is 109 and now you can change the dimension. You can select n number of dimensions here. Directly we can give dimension here. For example, I am giving now 110 into 150. So dimensions have been updated in your sketch directly. The major purpose of modify tool is you can select n number of dimensions directly. Click modify tool. You can change all the dimensions directly using this command. No need to click one by one dimensions and modifying everything. So this is for modifying our dimensions. So here you can able to see 3 options. So first one is shade the closed loops. For example, you can see these two things are closed loops. There is no gap in between that. For example, I am now using delete segment. I am deleting these lines. You can see the difference. The shade has been disappeared. So what are the sketches which is fully closed means it will be shaded. You can check using this command. If I switch off this shade closed loop option means you can see the difference. The shade has been disappeared. So whenever you are doing sketch, just switch on these two options, because it will use you to draw your sketch in a correct manner. So now this is my closed loop. Now it will be extruded. So same thing here, highlight the open ends. You can see the open ends. What are the open ends which that are highlighting in my sketches? If you switch off this command, then the highlight will be disappear. So then it will be difficult for you to search whether it is open sketch or a closed sketch. So whenever creating a sketch module, you need to switch on these two commands. We have one more command here, overlapping the geometry. Overlapping geometry means it will be used only when you are using the 3D. Now we are only seeing about sketch module. So also here in left side corner you can able to see three options. For example, I have tilted my screen, tilted my plane. So first option is sketch setup. I will give you an example. For example, I am making a line. If you give sketch setup means you can able to flip your sketch. You can see here I can able to flip the plane in whatever direction I need. I can able to flip the plane. Now we are in right angle, we are in right plane. If you need to change it direction means you can able to change the direction of your plane. The right plane will be rotate. You can check this one. The plane will be tilted upside down. So this is the use of orientation, sketch setup. And second thing is reference. This reference option will be only used when you are creating a 3D component. For example, I have converted this into a 3D component. Then we need reference line to this 3D component means then at the time we can use this option. And also you can see the sketch view. So our view is now tilted. You need to fix your sketch view in your screen means just click this option. Your screen will be fixed to sketch view. Okay. So and then here one more thing, you can see the construction mode. Construction mode means just a reference. For example, I need to create a reference triangle, rectangle here means just switch on the construction mode, and whatever the sketches now you are creating, it will be only a reference. See, I am creating a line, only reference line will be created. Even though if I am creating a circle, only reference circle will be created. So if you switch off this one, then you can create normal sketch like this. So sketch tool finished, editing finished, and here you can come to now dimensions. How to give the dimensions? Dimensions already we have discussed. For example, here you can see I have a sketch. You can see the dimensions. Some of the dimensions are here, but few of the dimensions are missing here. You can see here we have one angle. If you need to give a new dimension means click on normal, select line 1, select line 2, and I am pressing my scroll button here. So now dimension has been created. Again I am doing the same thing, selecting line 1, line 2, but at this time I am going to press my cursor outside the sketch. So the dimensions has been created here. So based upon the position where you are clicking the scroll button, the dimensions will be changed. If you, after selecting these two lines, if you click the scroll button inside these sketches means the dimension will be created in between the two lines. If you created outside means the dimension will be created outside the sketch. So this is the difference. Then now I am creating one new sketch. So I have created a new sketch. We are going to see about ordinate dimensions. For giving ordinate dimension, first you need to select the baseline. We need to create a base dimension. Base dimension, click on base dimension, select your baseline and click your cursor outside. So this is my base dimension 0.00. So based upon this dimension we are going to create dimensions for all these lines. So now click normal. At first you need to select this base dimension 0 and then select all lines, edges. I'm going to select all the edges and click your scroll button top side here. So you can see the difference. Now the dimensions have been created. These dimensions are called as an ordinate dimensions. So you can see this is starting point 0.00. So the length of this line is 213.51. So same thing, length of this line, this is length from beginning to end. So from 0 to length of this line is 213. Same thing from beginning 0 to this length of this line is 544, like this. The dimension is calculated from beginning to end. So mostly this type of dimension will be helpful while we are doing sheet metal designs. You can see now I am taking again normal dimension and I am again clicking this line and giving dimension. Now a window has been popped up. What there it is saying that dimensions conflict. Already we have given the dimensions here, so we can't able to give this dimension. I mean it is over defined, so we can't able to give dimensions like this. So if you need to know the length of this line, particular line, means at this time you can able to use the reference dimension. You can here you can see reference dimension. Click on reference dimension, click on the line and press your scroll button outside. So these are the normal dimension and this is called reference dimension. The only thing you can able to change is normal dimension. You can see that I am clicking the normal dimension and I am giving the dimension 220 and enter. The dimension has been changed. But if you click the reference dimension, you can't able to change it. So modifying reference dimension is not allowed. These dimensions are only for our reference purposes. We can't able to edit or change this one. So I think most of our tools has been we have discussed, and here some of the tools are here constraints. Constraints means nothing but, for example, here you can see I have a single line. We will make a new sketch. Select all geometry and then delete. So I am making a line. I am dividing the line into two. No need to divide. We will give one point. So this is a line. I am going to make a point here, but the point is not in center position. So we need to make this point move to the center position. At the time we can use the constraints. So here in constraints we have many options: coincidence and midpoint. Select the midpoint option, select the line, select the point. The point will be moved to the center of your line. So this is the midpoint option. So same thing, we have vertical, horizontal, perpendicular, tangent, symmetric, equal, parallel, and then concentric. We will try some of them. For example, I am having a line here, inclined line. I need to make this line. So I have one inclined line. So I need to make this as vertical line. Just select vertical and click the line. Your line will be converted to the vertical line. If you need to change the line to horizontal means click horizontal in constraint and click the lines. For example, now I am having here two inclined lines in different dimensions. Now I need to change the dimension. I need to make both the sketches as equal dimension. At that time you can able to use this equal command in constraints. So click equal, click your first line and then second line. So now you can see the dimension of both the line will be same. Also you can see here command inclined, I mean equal. So select all geometry and then delete. So we have discussed about the setup tools, datums, and then sketching, palette, editing, constraint, dimensions, and then inspect tools. So these are the basic things in Creo sketch module to learn. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for future CAD/CAM design for more updates.